Hey guys, how's it going? I'm out here for permanent movement. Today we're going to go over knee rehab. So if you have any tendonitis on your quad tendon, patellar tendon, meniscus tear, ACL tears, post-op and stuff like that, we'll go over all that stuff today, how to straighten it and how to get rid of pain. So first off, especially if you're dealing with any kind of tendonitis, even like post-op care for meniscus tear or ACL tear, anything that was reconstructed, things are going to be pretty tight, right? So if you've been cleared by your physical therapist, if you're a post-op patient, this will probably be you right here. Everybody else can follow along as well. But the main thing is you want to make sure you loosen all the musculature around the knee, right? So we have a lot of things going on. We have with the quad, we have obviously 4 muscles there. We have the adductors all in here. There's about 3 to 6 really small muscles that are in here. We got to loosen up. The side here of the quads as well, and the hamstring. So the best way to do it, if you don't have a massage tool, such as these, one that has a piston that moves up and down, would be a foam roller or a lacrosse ball as well. I'm going to show you guys the effective ways to do this. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and get on my quad right here on the front of the face of it, and come down up to my hip, back up and forward. I'm on my elbows. My other leg is out here just supporting me right. I'm pushing through my elbows and my other leg. I'm going again to the hip, back up to the knee. Avoid any bone, keep it only on tissue. I'm going to change the angles to match whatever I need to loosen, right? So I got the front of it right now. From here, I'm going to get right here on the side. Make sure I get that nice meaty teardrop muscle right here, right? I'm going to get right on here. And again, watch my foot as I'm adjusting it to make sure I get every single angle of that quad, of that nice little teardrop muscle, the VMO. From there, I can adjust it coming in here, getting the adductor, right? I'm splitting this up into 2 parts. It's a little easier, and it's a lot more effective. So I'll start like right outside, again, right outside the knee, so coming inside. I'm gonna come into halfway, and then right back out. I'm changing the angle of my foot again, my whole leg, to match exactly what I need to roll out. Once I've hit a few strokes, say 30 seconds of strokes right there, I'll go from the inside or the middle all the way in. And same deal, getting right to that hip crease, right back out to halfway. Again, 20-30 seconds for each thing, totally fine to warm up, to get started. And then we make sure you can get every single portion. This last one, the hamstring, it's really best if you do it with a lacrosse ball, or if you have a massage tool. With a foam roller, the best way to probably do it is to get one leg, put all the pressure of that leg onto the other, and then come on forward and back out. Again, same deal. I'm adjusting my foot right to get every single angle of that hamstring. Now I can be sure that I'm loosening everything up that I need to. Now, as I mentioned, we have two joints here that are affecting the knee. So it can be getting pulled from either which way. I can have lack of mobility or strength down here at the foot and ankle. I have lack of mobility and strength here at the hip. If I'm sitting down a lot, right? If I'm pretty inactive, it can even be both. You also want to make sure you're hitting the calf up with a roller, with a massage tool, with a lacrosse ball, whatever you have at home, and go from there. Again, with this, it's a little more sensitive. I will go just one leg at a time. And if you feel up to the challenge, you can even go both, crisscross applesauce, go from there. That's going to be quite a little more extensive, but not absolutely necessary. You can go with whatever's tolerable and whatever you're capable of doing, right? Now, one last thing, a nice little ankle mobility exercise over here before we get on to our straightening stuff. I'm going to go ahead and grab a band, hook it onto a post, anywhere it works, right? If you're at the gym, I'm going to get a block, you can get a box, or anything that's about 6 to 12 inches high. I want to go any higher than that. You can even get 2 plates and just start stacking them, 2 or 3 plates, whatever works for you. And most importantly, get like some kind of pad for your other knee, because you're all going to be kneeling down for this guy, right? So I'm going to step in to my band, like so, coming down to my knee, and I'm going to get this leg out like so, right? So from here, I'm going to make sure I have a comfortable stance from my knee and my foot. That way I'm not trying to fight myself to come forward all the way, right? And I want to make sure I can get that knee as far forward as possible. So if you lack ankle mobility, more than likely, I'll show you guys real quick, more than likely you can't come all the way forward in that squat, right? This tends to happen where you're just squeezing the heck out of your hips. Or when you come forward, your heels come up, right? You're not able to keep your heels down as you're squatting. So with this, It's gonna help loosen everything up in here inside and everything right here on the Achilles. Now we're able to get that knee as far forward as possible. So again, you're gonna muster it forward, get it on this block or the plates, whatever you're using. I'm gonna get it right on that joint line for my ankle, like so. And my whole goal is to get my knee to travel middle of my toe, middle toe or outer toe, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and brace, core tight, come forward, stretch out my Achilles. I might even mash it up a little bit like so with my fingers, right? Dig, 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 dig. Come back out, and I might even do a few strokes coming out this way, laterally, and that'll stretch the inside of my thigh, which will feel really good. I gotta take a lot of pressure off of there. And I can now dig on my Achilles again at this angle. What I even like doing is I'll mash up that joint line. There's tissue in here that gets tight sometimes too. I got the band, and I'll pull it back while I'm gliding it side to side and up and down. And that helps us break up any other residue right here that might be tight, any other tissue. So that's a real good one. As far as hip mobility, if you're lacking hip mobility, even ankle mobility, this works for both. Just try sitting into a squat as deep as you can for as long as you can. I recommend at least 30-second intervals, right? You get into that squat position, I'm grabbing the ground, I'm externally rotating the hip. That way I turn these on. I'm just gonna squat, even though if I'm stuck here, cool, or even a little higher. Just make sure these guys are turned on, you're pushing these out. Over time, you'll be able to go lower, lower, and lower. That way you're loosening everything up, right? Over time. Now the fun part, the strengthening. So the reason why everybody loves the strengthening part is, for one, we're finally getting into the meat of it, right? So we've done all that stuff to relieve our pain. Now it's getting into like, how are we gonna keep it from coming back, and how are we gonna moderate the pain? Strengthening. So this stuff is gonna make sure you're athletic for as long as possible, you're in the gym for as long as possible, or just doing daily activities for as long as possible, even if you're not active. Also, it really builds the glutes. Everybody likes big glutes, right? Start with the medium band, I recommend. Probably for the best. You saw our sciatica video, nothing different with the first two exercises here. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my side step. Ribs, pelvis, tucked in. I'm stepping to the side. Feet are very slightly turned in, right? I'm tall, resolute with my posture. I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna bring it back. If you can build up a minute walking each side, again, I'm not trying to overstep because that'll become hip flexor. I wanna keep it glute. So if you can build to a minute each side, that'd be pretty great. You have pretty good muscle endurance from there. The other one is sideline hip abduction. So I'm here on my side, arm on here in front of me, here, down the ankle in my straight line. I want to avoid here, and I want to avoid my back hyperextending. So I'm going to go ahead and come here, straight, hip roll forward, leg out, come up, boom, boom, boom. Keep the foot level here. You don't want to have it come up, because again, you want to isolate that glute medius. Go to a burnout on that one, build it up right. Once it gets real strong, then add a band. If you can go for like 45 seconds to a minute each side, that'll be great. Our last one that I'll show you guys today is a straight glute max exercise. Get a heavy band, a healthy band around those knees. Feet down here, close to the body. I'm gonna go ahead and again, close the space to my ribs, my pelvis, in, hips up. Push those knees out. I might hold it for 5 seconds. Come on down, up, 5 seconds. Come on down. I might hold everything up here for like 30 seconds, 45 or a minute, and I might just add pulses. Alternating from pulsing for 10 seconds and holding for 10 seconds all the way out for an entire minute. Again, wherever you're at, see where you're at, challenge yourself, make it variable where you always change your principles, maybe like every 3 weeks. Allow yourself to build up at least some base strength in these basic movements, and then start changing it up. That way the muscles get stronger, and you're seeing those gains week after week. But give us a try. If you have any knee issues, I guarantee it'll help. If you have any questions, talk to me in the comments below. If you have any other questions that maybe we don't solve here, I recommend seeing an orthopedic surgeon, your primary care physician, or a physical therapist or coach or trainer near you. Make sure they're knowledgeable. I'm sure they're more than able to help you out as well. But besides that, have a good one, guys. If you guys want to see anything else like this or any other ideas that you guys want to, have in mind, feel free to drop in the comments below. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Have a good one, guys. Take care.